at 5:48, a full-strength JDF joint force was in control of the area to be termed the Denham Town Zone of Special Operations.
And
housing is an all-inclusive goal. No one should be left behind. We must offer solutions to everyone.
you're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Acting on the advice of the National Security Council, Prime Minister Andrew Holness declared Denham Town as the second zone of special operations last Tuesday.
The selected zone was deemed to have met the first order criteria for being considered and declared a zone. And those first order criteria would be ongoing gang warfare, rampant criminality, escalating violence and murder, and a threat to rule of law.
The zone will be in operation for the next 60 days, and Prime Minister Holness will make a statement to Parliament within 14 days of its declaration.
Residents can expect to encounter checkpoints, cordon and searches, curfews, targeted operations, and residents should be prepared to provide identification. I am encouraging all residents to be positive in their interactions with the security forces. This is an opportunity for residents of the area to work with the security forces to rid their area of the criminal element.
And the security forces have already recorded successes in the declared zone. On Thursday, 34 rounds of ammunition were seized and one person arrested for attempting to use false documents to exit the zone. On Saturday, a credit card scanning machine used in lottery scamming was recovered. A 9mm magazine and rifle cleaning kit were also found in the Denham Town Zone of Special Operations on Sunday. Housing was the focus of Prime Minister Holness's presence in the second city on Wednesday. At the opening ceremony of the inaugural Regional Housing Conference, Mr. Holness committed his government to giving Jamaicans access to safe and affordable housing. He said a number of initiatives were being undertaken as part of the national housing policy. Among them, the creation of a third city to ease urban overflow, the passage of the New Building Act, restructuring of the National Housing Trust and the Housing Agency of Jamaica, and the use of the proposed Morant Bay Town Centre as a blueprint for the planning of future towns.
This approach must be strategically done by constantly asking and answering. Who are we building for? What are we building? Where are we building? And how are we going to make it accessible and affordable?
On Saturday night, Prime Minister Holness dispatched Minister Horace Chang to represent him at the 30th anniversary banquet of the Factories Corporation of Jamaica, FCJ. Dr. Chang lauded the FCJ for the work to overhaul its image following the fallout in the manufacturing sector of the 1990s. The agency now has 1.7 million square feet of rentable commercial and industrial space, with another 1.5 million square feet to come on stream. Micro, small and medium enterprises are also being targeted with the provision of affordable workspaces. Strategic investments are being placed in the island's infrastructure by making them more energy efficient. Over 30,000 persons are expected to benefit from jobs in the sector. And Dr. Chang committed his government to the education and training of a knowledgeable, skilled and disciplined workforce.
I'm pleased that the Factories Corporation of Jamaica has actively engaged with the HOPE program by placing several HOPE interns across Factories Corporation departments. Improving the employability of our young people is of critical importance to the country's growth and job creation agenda.
On Sunday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness called for a multi-pronged approach to reducing fires and their causes on the island. The occasion was the annual Fire Safety Week church service. His message was delivered by Councillor for the Dehaney Park Division, Joyce Young.
Communities need to organize meetings and visits with their local fire stations to inform them about hazardous material, garbage disposal, and dangers posed by lighting fires.
My recollection of it was, first of all, his pleasantness. A very pleasant individual. you would say he's a gentle giant. Man don't let anything bother him. A man who was more for peace and resolution than for conflict.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Saturday paying tribute to former councillor for the Islington Division in St. Mary, Dave Morris. Mr. Morris passed away on September 19. He was 47. Back at Jamaica House, the Prime Minister received several guests this past week. On Wednesday, he met with the new president and board of directors of the American Chamber of Commerce of Jamaica. Mr. Holness used the meeting to share his administration's crime-fighting efforts and vision of growth through community development. And the day before, Red Stripe executives updated the Prime Minister on the company's use of cassava and other local implements in their beer production. And that's how we close out Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time when we bring you more of the latest news coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.